There we go. There he is. He's back. It's 8:15 Eastern. It's BID. We got the sign. We got the two guys. Hey, can I just say really quick? I reached out for those of we got people joining us right now. We got about looks like a dozen people in the Riverside studio right now. So thank you for joining. I know we're streaming on YouTube and some other places. This is our third week on YouTube. Last week was a really great moment for this pilot we're putting together, man. It actually gave me the sense that like we're gonna keep doing this and growing this week to week. Last week, Anthony, as you remember, welcome to BID if you're here for the first time, by the way. This is where my friend Anthony and I break it down, and that means telling each other's stories each and every week. Stories we've been telling each other since preschool. We've known each other since preschool. And over the phone, through the years, in person, we've actually honed our storytelling skills just by being friends. And this is where the concept of the show came to fruition. We're like, what if we did a show where we told each other stories, but then let's add in another layer. Let's make it a true and false show. So every week, one of us tells a story, one of us listens. We have a question or two to ask at the end. The listener is like a detective. The listener, listen, get your notepad out. Maybe you got a cup of coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, maybe a cigarette, half lit, just hanging on your lip. We don't know how it stays there. It just does. You got a trench coat on. You're a freaking detective, and you're trying to figure out if the story's true or false. We respect your time. We're going to probably get out of here before 9 p.m. Eastern, so it's about 30 to 45 minutes. But here's the thing. At the end, you have a chance to decide and guess if this story is true or false. Not just Anthony, not just me. Now, here's the reality, dude. I'm losing. At least we're making, what is it? YouTube is like our official. We're saying it's 3 times. What's the score now, Anthony? Are you up 2-1? I'm pretty competitive.
It's actually 2-0 on YouTube.
Funny that you didn't mention that in the text. You're going live. You're calling it 2-0. You're going for a sweep?
I'm going for a sweep right now. It's early. It's early. We're only there's time.
Yeah,
there's time.
There's a lot of time. So 2-0. It is my turn tonight to tell a story. I did want to highlight a couple things before you set us up, share a short story of your own, and then get us kicked off. Last week, I felt very generous, and I gave away a $25 Amazon gift card for the person who guessed the right answer, true or false. They had to guess if the story was true or if it was false, and they guessed at the end. The handle was The Bench. He won. We gave him his $25 gift card. I just confirmed with him, check this out. I said, hey, you tune in tonight? He goes, sorry, I'll be there next week. I'm at a concert. Here's the reality, Bench. You took the money and you ran.
He's on the run.
He's on the run. But here's the great thing. That's the great thing about what we're doing here. You can pop in once a month, once a week, whatever, but you always have a chance. So tonight, I know you mentioned on our community page, you said we have an announcement. Anthony, I'm feeling generous again.
Really?
Christmas has come early. It's not even July.
Yeah.
I'm giving away another $25 gift card. Let's go.
But you told me, you're like, hey, Anthony, post that we have a special announcement. I didn't even know what the announcement was until right now. You're doing this again.
I'm doing it again. $25.
You're doing it again.
Now here's the stipulation though. You got to listen to the story, and you're going to be with Anthony. Anthony's going to be listening this time. Last week he was a storyteller. Now he's a story listener. I'm going to take you on a journey, and just like Anthony, you got to listen to my words. Watch my pacing. Do I got any sweat on my brow? Are you noticing any sort of hesitation and the way that I tell this story? Does it sound too fantastic to believe? Or am I trying to be too humble and try to get it past you? Here's the point. At the end of this whole thing, you're going to get a chance to say if this is true or this is false. Now, I know we have an Omni chat, which means I know there's folks on YouTube who can drop notes in the chat. We had a lot of that last week. We got our folks internally on the Riverside app. They can chat as well. There was a bit of contention last week. I'm already getting in a fight with the audience. There was some controversy that people said that I chose the wrong person, meaning that there was another person on YouTube who guessed first and I didn't get it right. So here's what we've done. I'm bringing my wonderful wife. She joined last week and in fact threw me under the bus a couple times, to be honest with you. That's how much she loves the show. She actually could have texted me the answer because she knew your story and she withheld it from me.
Hey, it's an honor system. She made the right move.
Okay. And she
It's
just
it
let me know. She just let me know she's watching both channels. So here's what we're gonna do. She's watching very carefully the Riverside chat and the YouTube chat. So at the end of this, whoever drops in the right answer, she is going to message us and say, "Hey, it was the name or the handle, whatever you have there," and then that's how we'll know who won, and who we can send the gift card to in contact after the show. So stick with us. The only way you can win the gift card, you got to
right.
listen to the story. You got to hang to the end. Okay, it's only like 20 or 30 minutes. You could hang passively on your phone. You could join 10 minutes in and still have a 50-50 chance to win 25 bucks.
100%.
What are you thinking? Tune in. Listen, you're putting the kids to bed, put it on low volume, make it a lullaby, right? You're driving, put it on the Bluetooth, put it in your car. Washing dishes, turn up the volume. You got a 50-50 shot. Drop a text wherever you're at on YouTube. And yes, I see all of you on Riverside. And so you guys, we know you're there. You started with us. You are our pilot audience. You guys are fired up and you're ready to go. Okay, I'm going to step out. I know you got a quick story to tell. And then please, at this point, now that we've gone live here for a few minutes, let folks know who are joining for the first time how this is going to work.
Yes, absolutely. So a couple things. How this is going to work is I am going to pass the mic to Aaron shortly, and he's going to tell his story, right? He is going to take us on a journey, as he just said, and he's going to
pictures.
He's going to paint a picture for us, and we're going to have to try, myself included, all of you, to determine if the story is true or false. Watching his mannerisms, watching his facial expressions, his sweat beating off of his face, right? Take your notes. Check boxes, whatever you have to do. Ask questions.
Am I lying?
Start
Can you trust me?
Can you trust him? I question it sometimes. I've known the guy since preschool. Sometimes I wonder, do I even know him? Is he telling me the truth, right? So we're going to have to follow along. I'd like to see some chatter in the comments tonight.
Oh,
questioning Aaron,
you
potentially.
See this? You see Ken Went is joining us. Ken Went, lead engineer at 7 Minute Stories, with a quote say, 100% chance at a 100% at a 50% chance. That's right. Went. Listen,
shout out, Ken.
If you get the right answer, you win, my friend. So that's right. But
yes.
Real quick, before we get started fully, we got some controversy happening around your block.
We do. So I was just about to get to that. So I do want to preface, this is perfect because what is going on in my neighborhood could potentially tie into what happens here live. So internet provider, no names, please. We will keep the provider nameless for the story here, and I will try to keep this succinct and short as possible. They're digging up our neighborhood. They've been doing this, no names. They've been doing this for probably 2 months now. Internet's been dropping 2 to 3 times a week. Could be in the middle of the day. My wife and I could be watching.
Show.
It could be in the middle of the show, and we're going to get to that. My wife and I are watching our show in the evenings on the weekends. Screen goes out.
Here we go.
What is going on? I've been spending hours on the phone with these folks, doing my own investigation. I'm doing their job. We know how this is. You know it's a problem when it becomes your job. It consumes your life.
Yep.
Right?
You're full.
I don't know what's going on.
Cable company.
I need to be put on payroll at this point. And what's really interesting to the viewers here is this no-named company happens to be the same company that Aaron has. I don't know if it's coincidence. Could they be trying to take us down? So,
yeah. Listen, maybe they're pissed I didn't give the $25 gift card from them. I said Amazon gift card. Maybe they're pissed. Hey, we did have some internet issues the first time here. You were out, I was out, but it is frustrating. Yeah. But if we listen, what were you going to say? If we go dark,
if I go dark, if Aaron goes dark, we were not abducted. We are alive. We will do our best to get back on. It was most likely the internet company. So I just,
maybe
yeah, absolutely.
Guy.
Maybe.
Shout out to The Cable Guy, one of the greatest movies of all time, directed by Ben Stiller, Jim Carrey. Listen, who knows? You can't trust the cable companies. At least we need to trust them now for the next 30 minutes so they can get us through
Yes,
this.
and
Okay.
this takes real quick. Aaron and I, when we used to hang out as kids, we used to watch the Cable Guy pretty much every weekend. That's pretty much what we did. We ordered pizza,
Check out the
we watched the Cable Guy, we quoted the movie. Shout out to Cable Guy. Without further ado, let's get to tonight's story.
Yeah.
Aaron Califato.
Here we go. So remember, true or false? Now, Anthony, I know for sure that you don't know the story. And as I was walking down the stairs after I was coming in hot from Parma, Ohio, almost didn't make the deadline tonight, but I'm not going to miss BID. I told Corey, I said, you don't even know this story. She goes, I think I'm going to know this one. I said, I don't think I've told anybody this.
Wow.
Maybe a few people. The people that would know are actually in New York. So if anyone's joining me, we're starting to grow this each and every week. So every week we text a few more friends, right? Because we're feeling good, right? We had some good results a few weeks ago. Then next week, okay, now you're probably getting text messages from me. Hey, jump on. Okay, I haven't texted my friends yet in New York, but they're coming. So I know several of them aren't here, but they will be here in the future. They may know this. So I've told a lot of stories to you, Anthony, dude, about my acting days. Listen. Yeah. We've told stories about being young dreamers, 18, 19, 20, 25 years old, whatever, 28. We're out, you're in LA, I'm in New York. I went to acting school. I was in New Jersey and I was bridge and tunneling. So you're going to think, oh, I know this. No, you don't. This is a story that's been in the back of my mind for a long time. And I can't believe I didn't tell you. In the acting world, in theater particularly, there's this thing called actors' equity. And this is like the card that you get. And I don't know if this has changed because, I do the storytelling in the podcast world now, haven't been on stage in years. But back in the day, an actors' equity card is really important. And the reason why is because when you would audition, this is before like pre-COVID clearly. I don't know if they do more remote stuff now, but here's the thing. Someone just told me to keep my shirt on. You better believe I might take it off if I get too excited, Ken. Anthony knows that. Back in first grade, I come in from recess. If I'm feeling it, it's coming off.
It's a true story. We'll have to tell that at a BID happy hour.
All right, how about this? One button. That's it. Okay, it's a different kind of show. So check that out. I promise it's PG. So in that world, though, before they did like remote video auditions and stuff, you would have to get something called your actors' equity card. Not to audition, but to guarantee an audition. And here's what I mean by that. Just imagine this. It's the Actors Equity Center, New York City, just a little north of Times Square. And there was a literal building that you go to. And say you want to audition for a play on Broadway, off Broadway, off Broadway. And if you're in any major city like Cleveland, we have Playhouse Square, it's the largest theater complex next to Lincoln Center in the United States. We were really blessed to have this here. They have touring shows, right? You get the big shows. Phantom of the Opera shows up when it was doing its thing, and Rent came, and now it's whatever, so it's like you would audition in New York to be part of these tours, but you have to audition in this building. In the Actors Equity Center, there's two rooms. There's the equity room. There's the non-equity room. I didn't know this before I moved there. Non-equity means essentially you are not in the union yet. Now, being in the union, you pay dues, and you get this little card. You're walking around. You're feeling great. And I remember when I first got to New York as a non-equity actor, I didn't know. I would have to sit in this waiting room. Dude, how this goes, you show up 7 a.m. in the morning, if you're lucky,
okay,
as a non-equity actor. You sit on the curb. It's back in like 2008. The actor equity doors open. You run up the stairs. With all the other actors, we're all animals just biting on each other's ankles, right? Like, yeah. Here's why. You're running to the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
To sign a list. To be on the wait list. And your job is to sit there all day long until a slot opens up, and then they'll put a non-equity actor to replace the equity actor. So the equity actors, listen.
Wow.
Looking back on it now, these folks weren't making a lot of money, but here's the reality. Anybody in theater isn't, but here's the reality. They were living like kings and queens. Because when you had your equity card, you're walking in, you could just sign up for a time to audition. Hell, you could sign up for 6 slots as long as you. I'm getting.
These equity actors, they're walking in, they're looking at you guys like you're slum.
We're peons.
Yeah.
They're looking down. I remember the looks. I
Yeah.
remember the looks. Because I'm sitting there kind of, I'm hungry, right? Ready to get in there. And they walk by with their lattes. Hey, how you do? Their scarves. They're walking in maybe 10 minutes late to the audition, but don't worry, they're in the union. You got to let them audition. So it was really a caste system, and it really sucked for actors who are non-equity. So here's the thing. Your whole goal was to get an equity card so that you raised your percentage of chances to audition, right? Because it doesn't guarantee you get it, but the more, Anthony, it's just numbers game. The more you audition, the more chance you have to get cast. So there is a third way to get into the Actors Equity, and that's called through an EMC.
I just thought you were going to take, like, does this involve removing your clothes or something?
No, here's another button. I'm teasing. So check this out. It's called the EMC card, the Actors Membership Candidate Card, EMC. And this is for someone who is cast in a role that is an equity production, but that doesn't like have a leading role. Like, so a lot of college students might get this, and people who are cast as stand-ins or what they say backups, right? You're backing up the lead actor. And so you're their understudy is what they call it, is the term. So you get cast, you get paid a nominal fee. They cast you, right? And you're not the main actor, but you're living in the shadows.
Okay.
You're living in the shadows. Fast forward so that we can get to the end of this. There is a theater in New Jersey that I became familiar with. They had auditions. By the way, the auditions were held, oddly enough, in New York City for this because they want to always give the New York actors preference. It was for a play called Streetcar Named Desire. And if you've ever seen like Marlon Brando, like where he goes, Stella, right? There's this like famous scene. It's a famous play by Tennessee Williams. The lead character that Marlon Brando plays in the movie, I auditioned for this regional theater. So nothing in New York, in New Jersey, regional theater. Still a big deal, like 250, 300 seats. I don't get it. By the way, I got it as a non-equity actor because I sat in that waiting room. I get slotted in. I get the audition. I don't get it, but I get cast as an understudy. You know what this means? It means I'm the backup to the lead actor.
Mm-hmm.
And all I have to do is memorize the lines. Okay? It's very, listen, the chances that you the chances that you get cast in this are like 0.1%, because the actor either has to die, quit the show, or get so ill that they go, we got to bring you in. So here's what I get though. You ready for the victory here? I get my EMC card. EMC means if I complete this play and get the credits that I need,
right,
I will get my Actors Equity card. I'm running free. I know you got some questions. They're coming. I'm closing.
No, take your time. Take your time. I'm investigating.
I'm sky high with this. I'm fired up because here's the deal. One, I'm auditioning all the time still in New York. I'm in acting classes. I'm in a conservatory. Got a very busy schedule. You have to understand the commute. I'm going an hour and a half. Here, you see that? An hour and a half back and forth from New York City to New Jersey, from New York City to New Jersey on the train. It's only 40 minutes away, but I'm going through it's very, very long commute. So 3 hours a day, very busy guy. But all I had to do was basically memorize these lines. But here's the thing. I've told stories before that you know of. I didn't deal well at my younger age I'm very competitive. And so I started prioritizing other stuff in the city, like my auditions and my classes. And I was reading the lines. Don't get me wrong. Like I was reading them. I was rehearsing them. I was kind of getting them down. But I would get to the theater in New Jersey and we would do these rehearsals there forever. And I don't get to do anything. I just have to literally stand. Think about this. I'm standing next to the guy. He's doing all the acting. To be or not to be? Oh, that's the question. That's the Italian version of Hamlet. To be or not to be? Oh, that's the question. But I just have to stand there. Maybe even can you get the guy, that kind of thing. You're almost like an intern. I start getting bitter. I have to just go through the process. So I say to myself, listen, stick with this, do your thing. All you have to do is memorize the lines. Show's coming up. This is a regional theater. 250 people, 300 people.
Right.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't really memorize the lines. I mean, to the point where I kind of knew them, but I didn't really memorize the lines. And I just had one more night. As soon as I got to previews, as they call them, then I can actually cash in and get my actor's equity card, because it means you went through the whole rehearsal process. And as long as you get to opening day and you're part of the cast, that checks you in to get your equity card. The whole point of this whole damn story is I get the card so I can audition more.
That's all this is. Yeah.
I get an email the day before the final preview. The lead actor is sick.
You're on deck. You're QB2. Now you're QB1. Yeah.
I am literally outside of my body. And the reason why is I don't really know the lines. Meaning I'm not what they call off book. I'm not off book yet. This never happened. I mean, it does, but it doesn't, right? Like, it just doesn't. I'm going back and forth on the train that day because I have to come back, go to the city, go to class, come back in the early afternoon, get to the theater. I'm dressing up. I'm QB1. On the train ride back, and now I'm really closing.
I'm taking notes, by the way.
I'm on this long train ride home. I'm thinking about this card, but I'm also thinking about, like, I can't get up on this freaking stage. I can't get up on this stage. I don't know the lines. Anthony, I'm in the literal play. This isn't a joke anymore. The train stop that I need to get off is coming up. I start getting, what is it, fight or flight?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I have a decision to make. Am I going to just do my best, jump on the stage, perform, and take a risk, not knowing the lines in front of an audience that's full? Previews are full. See, this isn't rehearsal where there's no one there. They bring in an audience. You've been, right? Dress rehearsal. It's the night before. They give cheaper tickets. Do I risk it all? Embarrassment. Anthony, my career could be over. I get to the stop where I either get off and take a risk, or I stay on the train and keep going.
You're on the Polar Express.
Anthony, I don't get off the train.
No way.
I don't get off the train. And now I'm spinning because they have no actor. I'm on the train ride home. I don't know what to say. All I do is I go home. I email the artistic director, and I said I became violently ill on the train. I had to be hospitalized. I wrote an email. I said, listen, I'm so sorry. And I could tell you the guy's name. I won't say names for the sake of anonymity. I will tell you offline the guy's name. I write him this email. I go to my apartment in New Jersey. And because of that, I never got my actor's equity card. No response, by the way, from the director. It was like, you're done. Like, you don't do shit like that. The play did go on. I will tell you this, without me, because I found out that the actor, after a couple of days being sick, got back on and took it the rest of the way. But it is that reason, my friend, why I don't have my actor equity card.
Wow. Wow, what a story. This one's interesting to me. We do have some comments coming in, both in Riverside and YouTube.
Yes.
But let's set this up. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to look at my notes and decide if I want to ask a question.
Give a rule for the guests, because I give a rule for guesses as well, just to remind folks, because I had someone on Riverside who is Corey's going to do I can't do two things at once. But I saw something flow past that said like when can I guess or something, like can you tell people when they can do their thing?
Yeah, exactly. So I may or may not have one or two questions. After that, you all can start. I will give you a cue, basically. Start announcing your best guess.
You got 30 seconds after
Yes.
that, right? And then Corey's going to determine who got it right first. And that's when you give out the card.
Absolutely. Okay. If you've already guessed, that's fine, but you're going to have to re-enter it again when we give you the cue. So
you can get in there.
Boom.
You can get in. We're not going to eliminate you.
We're not going to eliminate you.
Last week I eliminated a couple people. Anthony, I got some pushback. I think we lost some.
You got some pushback. So we're going to give everybody a fair opportunity. So you'll be able to guess before Aaron actually makes the announcement as to whether it was true or false. So, what's interesting here, Aaron, is I know you so well.
Yeah.
So well.
Do you?
I don't have any follow-up questions.
For real?
Actually. I don't. I do have comments that I would like to make.
Before or after your guess? I'm ready for you.
I'm going to let you know what, Aaron? I'm going to let you decide.
Give me your comments first, then we'll get the guess in. I'm ready.
And that'll give some people time to think. So what's interesting here is you've worked extremely hard to get to New York to pursue an acting career. Mm-hmm. You are one of the most hardworking individuals that I know. I've never seen you not prepared for something. Mm. It's funny because you and I both, we've been in situations in life, fight or flight. Sometimes we have to make a decision
split second
in the moment that we may not necessarily agree with later.
Yes,
and we look back and I think all of us can relate to that. And we're like, damn, I shouldn't have made that decision.
Shouldn't have ran, but I did.
Sometimes you just have to look back and say, you know what? I'm still on the run.
That's right.
Right? I'm still on the run.
You are on the run. We're on the run for the cable company, for God's sakes.
100%. I'm going to let you stew on some of those comments. And then after you reveal, after I guess, then I will share some more of my thoughts on this. But right now is the cue for everybody to go ahead and start guessing. You have 30 seconds.
Remember, Corey's going to determine if this is fair or not. You put your answer in true or false. Pop in there. We're going to give you 30 to 60 seconds. And then, Corey, I'm going to let you know when we're up with time, and then we can do it. Listen, man, as you're saying this, I cannot wait to reveal the answer. Have you given your final answer yet?
Or this is yeah.
What's your final
answer? I'm going to let everybody.
Okay.
I'm going to let everybody. Yep. After that 30 seconds, which we're coming right up on the wire here in about a couple seconds here.
Here we go.
For me, and look, I could be completely wrong. This was an easy false for me. I think this is a fake story. I could be wrong. I will eat crow if I am, but I am staking it all right now. My undefeated record currently 2-0. Will I go to 3-0? I think this is a fake story. I have reasons behind it. I'm willing to go to bat in that.
Yep. Yeah.
Where are we at?
Well, I'm going to have Corey, after I give you the answer, announce who won the $25 Amazon gift card. I'm really happy for you that you're 2-0.
Oh, boy.
I'm even happier that you're wrong. This was a true freaking story. This is how I knew. This is how
you gotta be kidding.
This is how I knew I would win.
I
got you, bro. I got you.
This is unbelievable.
It is out of my character, but I have to tell you, there are some clues along the way. There are some clues along the way, and you, of all people, I actually thought the one
I took the
chance you
damn
had-
bait. I took the bait.
I thought, here he goes. Hey, I thought you would get this only because early on in my career, yes, I was prepared. I did my best. I was competitive, but I also had an immature streak. And that immature streak became first recognized in a story that I've told on this show before. And I won't tell it again, so I'm going to mention it now, called The Spotlight.
One of my favorite stories of all time.
In which I didn't get the role I wanted, so I sabotaged the actors on the stage.
I can't.
I can't. It's open, Anthony. It's almost the same damn story. The actors, they got. I should have been the lead. Listen, I should have been Scrooge. I'm going to be honest with you. But I lost my mind. I start taking this. I start moving it. But here's the reality. I never got my equity card because of this. I got my.
I'm shocked.
First of all, I got to ask Corey here real quick because
I'm shocked.
No, it's true story. True story.
I'm looking at some of the comments here.
Yeah, Ken's saying I'm lying. Hey, Ken.
You know, Ken, I'm with you. Well, no, I don't think Aaron's lying, but I was with Ken.
Accusations in the damn comments, Ken.
I thought Ken and I both thought that this was a false story.
He leaves.
I thought it was. I have my reasonings behind it, and I would like to share those.
Yeah, can I just go on the record and say this story is true? This is a true story that happened.
It's a true story.
Me.
I was
here's
wrong.
The thing.
Yeah.
Can I just take you to that moment? I know we only got a few more minutes left. Let me take you to the moment. The risk of me going up there and being completely humiliated. I didn't know the lines. It's not that I wasn't preparing. I just had too many other things going on. And you're right, I was committed, but I was committed to acting class. I was committed to auditioning. And this became a thing. And I didn't multitask well. And I started selling myself on the idea of the percentages, to be honest with you. I'm like, this guy's never going to get... Like, I knew as we were leading up to, as the days went by, I'm like, we're only 3 days away. What is he going to get? Like Ebola? Like, what's going to happen to the guy? So I'm like, you know what? And I kind of just stayed away. And I read the script. I felt kind of familiar, but I was not confident to go on stage and perform without a script. And as that train rolled up on that station, I couldn't bear the embarrassment. I kept going.
You got me.
This is crazy.
Congratulations. I'm shocked. So let me give you a couple things, and then we can close here, and then we can also take a look at Corey's notes. Shout out to Corey, by the way. Thank you for keeping track.
Oh yeah. So you want to say a few things, and then I think she mentioned we got a winner of the $25 gift card. But you go first.
Yeah, we'll announce that here in a couple moments. So it's funny you mentioned your note about not being like I'm paraphrasing here as prepared, or you were focused on other things in your youth. Again, paraphrasing. I wrote that down because you were hungry. Like, not like gonna go get Taco Bell hungry, but like you were going after your dream.
Yeah.
I thought that was the giveaway for me. I'm like, this guy is lying because he's dedicated to the craft. There was nothing that was going to stop you. 24 hours a day. I didn't think that you would necessarily do something like that. And then also, I was going back and forth with the train. I could see a situation where you would 100% be in a situation where you had to make that decision. For sure. That is an Anthonee and Aaron scenario in life, right? But for you to make the decision to throw the play shocked me. You got me.
But here's the thing. What was I going to do? I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying, like, Anthony, I'm going up there. I'm not. The difference is.
I'm not saying I don't blame you. I just.
No. But let's put it on the line here. Let's put our cards out on the table. Because I'm with you 100%, but I just want to give you further. If you and we can go into a room. We got no script in that. Storytelling without a net. Like right now. We don't have any scripts.
We don't have
we
scripts.
We got stories. We don't have scripts. We don't have scripts. We're right here. Right? I've been doing this my whole life. Without a script. And this is why I ended up becoming a storyteller and telling my own stories. Because if I do have a kryptonite, It is actually being on someone else's script. And this is the reason why acting I always found so much more difficult, because it's like someone else's line. I can't remember that. They're in my own words. I can remember my own words. I know what I'm going to say. I can move it like this. But the script, you got to read the script or read the script. Next thing you get off, it's so much freaking work. So don't get me wrong. I loved acting, but that was one of my kryptonite. And so in a play that's recognized around the country as one of the greatest plays, I can't go up and ad-lib.
You can't.
Like I'm like going up there. I'm going, hey, Stella, hey, how you doing? Like I can't, there's only so much. So I knew that was an issue. So when that train rolled up to that station, I went like this.
This is unbelievable. And I'm sorry to belabor all this, but let's be honest.
Tell me about our lives.
You recently just told a story where you were supposed to be a mobster sitting in the back of a line. And what did you do? You charged to the front of the line and took over a scene. Yes. Unscripted. So who isn't to think that I would think, or the audience, potentially, that maybe you would actually have the audacity to show up on a stage with an audience that is expecting certain lines and improv,
right, to
maybe take it up a notch.
That's why, tell me about our lives. That's another story I'll cite later. But I'll tell you this. That's why BID is so great. Same with you. You and I, listen, ask anyone in our lives, we're pretty dependable people, but we do go rogue sometimes. And that's why you can't tell if it's true or not. Here's the thing. I can guarantee you this. The way you knew it was true or false, it wasn't the way I was telling it. Is that true? The way I told the story, to be honest.
Yeah.
Was there anything in that felt like, oh, it's not true the way he's telling it?
There was, and I'm afraid to show my cards. Might not be,
but
it's strategic.
Outside of you, is there anyone who doesn't know me or is watching for the first time? They wouldn't know. And that's what I'm saying. If you watch BID, I want you guys, tell a few people about this show. We got 12 people on Riverside. I know I haven't even looked at YouTube. I know we have folks on YouTube. Bring a friend next week. We're giving away these gift cards. Maybe every week. Who knows? But you got to show up. And the fun thing is you get a chance to win. And I think the fun thing that's going to be the fun part about this is going to be, as we go on and do this week to week to week, people are going to start noticing behavior patterns in you and me. They're going to go, wait a second. That's a tell when Aaron tells a story. That's a tell when Anthony tells a story. And that's going to be the fun part about growing this audience. I know we got an announcement you're going to give, and then we'll send it out here.
Yeah, we are going to do that. And real quick, too, I just want to share that I actually have reoccurring dreams that I don't... This is in line with what we're talking about. I'm a musician. For those watching, some of you know, I still have these reoccurring dreams, probably on a monthly basis, where I'm on a stage or getting ready to go on a stage, and I forgot all the songs because I didn't prepare ahead of time. Right. So this is a terrifying situation that you were in. I would probably consider running off stage. Anyway, I digress. Stay on the train. Stay on the train. Let's take a look and see who our winner is. Congrats to Brian on Riverside. Shout out to Brian. Wasn't he giving me
a hard time last week? See, Brian?
Maybe it's, it came back around. It came back full circle. Brian, we will reach out to you to get your email. We'll get the gift card sent to you. Congratulations on the victory. Shout out to everybody else that showed up. Yes. Gave us some comments, gave us a guess. We really appreciate it. As Aaron mentioned, tell your friends. We hope to see you all next week. We will be back 8:15 Eastern. I am on deck.
You're on deck.
I'm going to have to come up with something to redeem myself from this humiliating loss. I came in hot, I don't want to say cocky, very confident that I had this figured out. I did not. I am humbled. I will learn from this. I will come back. The score is 2-1. I am up 1. Aaron's crawling back. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to breaking it down.
Listen, we'll see you next week. That was a really clean out, and I hate to take that away from you. I'm not making it about me. I'm going to do something controversial here. I
Oh
might,
boy.
I might listen. We got the $25 gift card. Brian, make sure, please. Thank you. Oh, Corey, did you see that? She goes, I'm on it. Already got the info from Brian. Corey, you're on the payroll.
Corey.
Thank you. Also, I'm going to have to borrow someone from the show.
You're going to have to borrow. Wait, what did you say?
I am.
I didn't catch you.
I'm going to have to borrow someone from the show. Ken went. I'm going to put this out here right now. This is the producer of an award-winning podcast, our podcast. Comes
Shout
on
out
this
to 7
show.
Minute Stories.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Makes his guess. Doesn't get his way. And then says, I'm reading the comments now because I don't read them during the show. Says, Aaron stretches the truth all the time. Assassinates my character live on YouTube. Guess what, Ken? You're out. You're done.
Hey,
Anthony, block him from the show. This is Ken.
Hey, you know what?
This is a true story. They're gonna bleep me on this.
What's great about this?
I'm coming at you right now, Went. I swear.
What's great about this? It causes a little controversy. It gets the hype going. We know it was a true story.
Ken's getting a call right after.
Ken's getting a call afterwards. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next week. We'll do it all again. We'll run it back. Shout out.
15 Eastern.
Have a good night.
See you. Bye.
See y'all.